Okay.
Chemistry, yeah.
Chemistry, biology.
Kimia itu chemistry ya? Nah,
Kimia chemistry.
This is podcast Sisma.
welcome to podcast Sisma. Hello everyone, I'm Dimas. So for today I will be a host, and so for today we will talk about English, and the topic is how life in senior high school. But before that, we have a really special guest star, is Aldi and Krishna. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Aldi Arta Pranyana, and you can call me Aldi. Right now I am in 11th grade at SMA Negeri 7 Denpasar.
Alright, my name is Ikiru Krishna Duguna Pamata. You can call me Krishna. And right now I'm from 11th grade 8-3 SMA 7 Denpasar.
Okay, this is the first time you do a podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, this is my first time too.
Yeah.
You
Media.
person? Yeah.
Media.
How you feel? What do you feel?
I feel very nervous.
Yeah,
But
me too.
it's
I feel
okay.
very nervous. Okay. So for today we have 7 questions about
Okay.
around your senior high school.
Mhm.
And the first question is, how do you feel now that you are in the grade 11?
Okay, honestly, I feel very short because yesterday I was in 10th grade, but suddenly right now I am in 11th grade. It's so fast, but now I am in 11th grade. That means I'm getting older and have more responsibilities, and I will enjoy my teenager era, and I will collect lots of good experience.
Okay. How about you, Krishna?
Well, to be honest, Dimas, it feels actually difficult to accepting a new face, a new classmate, accepting a new environment and a new neighborhood class. Do you know why? Well, because of the habit having a fan from a 10th grade before. Like the example, like me, I was 10th grade point 3 from the class 11th grade A3. For my few friends, there's no my fellow classmate. Only most of them like 10.9 grade, 10 to 10.10 grade. Well, most of my friends for my fellow, like the neighbor class were A2, were the name was Wiratama, and the A1 was Tugas Kesa.
Okay. So you feel the 11th grade is so very fast, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. The second question. The best teacher and at SMA Negeri 7 Denpasar.
Okay.
And why you choose to be a best teacher?
Okay.
Okay, for me, the best teacher in SMA Negeri Denpasar, in my opinion, is Mr. Janu.
Mr. Janu.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Janu.
Okay, Mr. Jan.
Yeah, he is a kind teacher, and he's good at socializing with the student, the round of people. It's very good, and I love his study method.
Well, for me, my favorite teacher on SMA 7, there is 2. One is Mr. Janu and one is Mr. Aris.
Okay.
Well, for the first Mr. Janu, like the same was the already explained, he was nice, enthusiastic teacher, can be a good round with the others teacher and the others student like the 12th grade, 10th grade and 11th grade. He sometimes telling that his life when on the 10th grade on SMA 7 in SMA on SMP.
Yeah.
Well, for the Mr. Haris, he is a teacher from sociology, right? So he was explaining about how the feel being a student, like a mentality on the physics, like you when trying to finding some friend, there's something like a system of circle life of friend, like when you having a friend of 4 boys, but you are one boys like introvert, the others like in extrovert. So Mr. Ali is explaining that well sometimes not all people having a good friend from doing a circle life or not doing some other friends, but it's all your choosing from your decision. No, you doing choosing your circle of life or trying to finding your same interesting and your perspective.
Okay. The third question, what the subject do you like and why?
Okay, for me, my favorite subject is biology and kimia.
Oh,
Kimia.
biology and kimia is your favorite
Yes.
subject.
Kinda
Why you
The
like it?
reason I love biology because the teacher is good when they are teaching, and I love the material, and I feel easy to learn biology. And for the uh, kimia I think it's same like math and physics, but it's little bit easy for the kimia, and that's why I love kimia and biology.
Okay. how
Well,
about
for me, well, the actually was my favorite subject was English. Like the podcast we are doing it. Well, the first time I was favorite English was on my kindergarten times. Like when I was watching some movie, there's some action calling like the exactly like calling a friend like buddy, lads, uh, partner like that when doing some action like that. Well, more for the most of time, my father was pegawai swasta. He was from the Jazz Airport Bandara. For now, he's like a docent from Academy Jazz Airport. He was like mastery of the English class, like doing some activity like that. Now with my sister from the first sister of mine was a teacher from the kindergarten. He was the kindergarten was different like the others. Like it was a nationally kindergarten like the others from the country, from the United States from the Bali to uni, blah 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 like that. Like my sister sometimes telling me the advice to telling a story, making progress of increasing your skill of English, like speaking, writing, hearing, and some of it. Well, for the teacher from the SMP, sometimes telling the advice of me, like Mr. Oka. He was my favorite teacher again in my SMP 12 Denpasar. He was telling my skill was perfectly the same like my father said, but sometimes my skill speaking was not very good enough. But on the whiteling and like reading some book and some of it were very good on the speaking of my English, my accent. So yeah, that is why I love English, and that is why I joined SIL.
Okay. Do you just like just like English, or do you ever study about Japanese language and?
For the Japanese, my father was learning from Japanese when he was young. He was selected to go in Japan to like working with the others, working with the others staff on the airport, like the others like the from the Japan, from the United States, from the Tokyo. My father was learning from hiragana, but yet there's two types, right? Hiragana and what is the first?
Katakana.
Katakana, yeah, katakana. The katakana that my father was forgot that in the Tokyo not all were using hiragana.
Yeah.
Most of it are using a katakana. So my father, like he was after he arrived on the Tokyo, he like forget like what I saying bingung lah, sorry. forgot bingung bahasa Inggrisnya. Like bingung to accepting some language from Kitakana, like the sign of it of the bus where the location of it. My father was waiting on at 6 hours trying to finding location from the skills my father know, like the hiragana. Mostly Kitakana, like a bit of it.
Okay. For English, yeah, I have some question. How do you for learn English? What your method to learn English?
Well, in my method to learning English, sometimes I was watching some YouTubes, like you play watching some YouTuber gaming, like the Bahan Phone Games, from the then TTM, the infamous YouTuber from the Minecraft into the Roblox. Some of it like I forgot what one they call it. The NTTM Bahan Phone Games. Like the last one, oh yeah, the last is Technoblade. He was the YouTuber from Minecraft. Well, we all know that he was passing away because of the cancer he have. That in my method to learning the English, well, I was trying to asking like my father, like what is called like the sword, what is called the sword on the translate on Indo or translate to English, what is called of the book, like the foreigner language, like the like what I was explaining, like when you meeting a friend, like you speaking like pergaulan lah, speaking pergaulan itu. The English of my I always asking my father and my first sister to explaining what is like speaking quietly, like when you speak on the public. Like my father was a team leader from the Academy Jazz Airport. He was explaining how they feel like when you trying to explaining someone on the public, you just don't thinking that like too much thinking, like overthinking of like just pretending that they are your friend. Just say what you're in your mind talks and explain it like with your mouth. Like that.
Okay. For Aldi,
Okay.
do you like biology and kimia? Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is a very hard subject. And how do you to learn?
Biology and kimia.
Yeah.
Okay. For the biology in junior high school, I had a lesson to learn biology, and that's why I love biology until now. And for the kimia, I learned it by YouTube and the teacher of this school. Do you know Bu Gomas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bu Gomas is very good while teaching kimia for me.
Okay.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry. Biology.
Kimia itu chemistry ya? Nah.
Kimia chemistry.
Okay, for the next question, we will talk about a canteen. What's your favorite snack in canteen?
My favorite snack in canteen.
Yeah.
You must know this. In Sisma, we has multiple menu in canteen, and that are very very delicious for me. And I'm a little bit confused to choose my favorite food, but I will choose fried chicken in canteen 3. It's very very delicious, and I recommend you to buy it.
Well, for me, the best canteen food I was choosing like the canteen 3. It was selling the fried chicken and some of it the fried rice. And the first canteen was the fried ote-ote and fried begedel and fried tempe.
Okay, how much money you spend to buying a food at canteen?
Okay, for me, canteen is very dangerous place. Okay, because when I come in canteen, suddenly my money and my wallet is get lost and gone. Yeah, it's very dangerous for me. And for one day, I I get lost like 20,000 or 30,000 rupiah for one day.
Okay.
Well,
how about
for
you,
me,
Krishna?
to be honest, like the Ali said, it was a dangerous place for the canteen. Like when you trying to put some money on the tables and you trying to buying some food, when you turn around, it was gone. Like you forgot where you putting your money and where you putting your wallet. Sometimes like uh, staff MPK was taking some his taking sorry I mean carrying their wallet to the safety so that wallet not going to be lost or be capturing by someone. Well, for the one day I was sometimes I was spending on 20,000 rupiah or 10,000 rupiah.
For the next question, for the last question, is what do you hope for the future of this school? For Sisma.
Okay, I hope Sisma has a lot diligent, smart student, and yeah, right now, as we know, Sisma has a good facility like this podcast room. I honestly I'm very shocked to know this facility because it's very good. Yeah,
Okay.
and I hope for the next or for the next generation, Sisma has a good facility, too. More good facility.
Okay, how about you, Krishna?
Well, for me, for the hope of the future of the school, well, I hope there will be more talented student and more smart student. Like when you trying to joining some extracurricular, and there was competition like on this sale, like the competition was reading like the storytelling, like a poet, and some of it. Like on my extracurricular on badminton, there was a competition too on choosing on selection was the who was the best student on the high speed of the power of the smashing and passing by on their rackets. And for the facility, like the Aldi said on the podcast, I was in short note too that this this environment of the podcast, like I never knew what it feels like, but for now it feels like amazing, like well, quietly good.
Okay, thank you everyone for your time and see you to the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.
Gimana jadinya ya?
Gak tahu dah, ini apa sih?
Udah biarin lah.